All right, what is up? What is up? How y'all doing? We are here. We are ready to go. All right, so I am back in California. All right, here we go. You would think after all these years of riding, I would know how to clip into my own dang pedals. Oh shoot, I just realized I gotta change it off of this playlist or I'm gonna get banned. All right. So we're gonna take today's ride specifically easier today. We're only gonna do the 2 yellow parts. We're only gonna do the 2 yellow areas, zone 4 areas in Aero today. Cause I spent 6 hours driving home. Because basically today, what we're going to do, we're going to do this hour bike. And then we're going to stop the ride. I'm going to throw my running shoes on. I'm going to take my dog out for a 3-mile run. Nice, easy zone 2 pace. Excuse me. So yes, next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend is my first race. And then the next weekend is my second race of the year. Excuse me. Oh, well, that was a weekend. Had a good weekend. I visited my sister, who lives in St. George area. Had a good time. Got to be with my daughter when she did baptisms for the dead for the first time. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And one of our beliefs is that everyone will have the opportunity to be baptized with proper authority to accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior and apply his atoning blood on their sins so that they can do what they need to do to live with God again. So we believe in the temples that God has given the authority for those that did not have an opportunity to be baptized. Now, there are some that say, well, you know, it's just like, you're doing it for them. And it's not like that. It's not like, oh, wow, I'm baptized. What the heck? I didn't ask for this. Basically, the going idea is, it's like they go home, they don't have the key to get into their house. But then, through baptisms for the dead, you slip a key under the mat for them so they can get in the door. Something like that. How it exactly all works, I don't 100% know. But it sounds like a great idea. I very much so believe that is the way it works. How all the logistics work out, I don't know. So anyway, kids as young as the year that they are turning 12 are able to go in the temple and do baptisms for the dead. Now, there are other ordinances that can be done in the temple, but younger teenagers are only allowed to do baptisms. So my daughter and my sister's son are roughly the same age, a couple months apart. So I got to be in the temple and baptize my daughter for the dead. So that was pretty cool. So that was a pretty cool thing. So yeah, it was a good time. The traffic getting back today on the 3-day weekend was a little rough. Basically, traffic added about a whole hour. So yeah, it wasn't the most speedy of rides home, but that's okay. So I got home, mowed the lawn, and now we're here doing a bike ride. So a pretty funny post that Elon made on X was they figured out that there were... Here, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I should be able to find it pretty quickly. Let's see here. Hold on. Yeah, here it is. So, Elon Musk posted that there are 20 million on the Social Security rolls, ages 100 and higher. 20 million people. And there's like one person that's been on the rolls, and they're like over 360. How? Millions are improperly have been collecting Social Security. For how long? You know what's going to be really hilarious? What is going to be really hilarious is when they find out that they've been saying, oh, well, Social Security is going bankrupt. What would be hilarious? Now, I don't think this is going to happen. If they just cut out all the fraudulent payments, magically Social Security fixes itself. That would be so funny. Although I highly doubt that's going to be the case. But, you know, it's like my sister and I, you know, we were talking over the weekend, and I'm just like, wait till Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, they start truly hitting those departments. The real fun's gonna come when those departments start getting thoroughly audited. And we find out how many trillions of dollars are going out to people that are dead or don't even live in the United States. It is going to be to the tune of trillions, I'm calling it. That's my guess. I mean, there's some posts saying that trillions have gone out, but I bet it's at least 1 trillion is going out every year to improper, at least 1 trillion is going out to improper and or completely fraudulent payments. And what everyone needs to realize is this has been going on for decades, folks. This has been going on for decades. No one's been willing to truly figure it out. So yeah, it's beyond ridiculous how completely incompetent these departments are. Because, I mean, if Elon can do it, why couldn't they do it? I mean, isn't there like a master spreadsheet or something? I mean, stupid idea. It's called the count function. You can count how many people are over 100 years old on the rolls of Social Security. Why haven't they done it? Because they don't wanna. These agencies have been so incompetent. But yet we're supposed to support the federal workers. No. But hey, you know what? There's actually a gaming related story I wanted to talk about. So there's a rumor floating around that Final Fantasy 15 is going to get, I would say, and not necessarily the remaster treatment. What I would say is they're finally completing Final Fantasy 15. Now, full disclosure, I actually really liked Final Fantasy 15. I really enjoyed the open world nature of it. I loved exploring the area, finding every single little nook and cranny I could. I loved it. I had a really good time. And then the final chapter started. And that sucked balls. It was terrible. It was not good. It was weird. And then, on top of that, you had all of the massive time leaps within the game. And then significant things happened with certain characters of your crew. Not happy about that either. Because then they're like, oh, hey, you want to figure out what happened during these pieces of time? Check out the DLC. You got to pay for it. And me saying, you know what? Okay, I'll pay for it. I did. Gladios sucked. Promptos was pretty cool. Ignis's was eh. Ignis's eh. I'd say Ignis's was pretty good. And then the multiplayer, wow, that was terrible. The whole multiplayer thing was also extremely terrible. It was like very poorly done Monster Hunter. It was a very poorly done Monster Hunter game. Not a fan. So yeah, so the first round of DLC was not exactly great. Hey, what's up? Oops. He was like turning up his nose like nothing. So then I added cheese, I added chocolate hot sauce. My wife's trying to give our dog his, was it flea medication? Yeah. It's pretty funny. So then they came out and said, hey, we're gonna do a whole different set of DLCs here, and it's gonna have Lunafreya, it's gonna have the backstory of Arden, it's gonna have the backstory of Moon Freya, I think so, Dragoon Chick, who's like extremely hot and like my favorite character of the entire game. Yeah. Okay, intensity down. Oh, okay, nothing on the pedaling. So yeah, they did episode Arden, and then they said, we're done. Sorry to all you who actually bought the DLC. Yeah, sorry. You no get rest of what you pay for. We're not gonna reimburse you. We're not gonna give you anything fancy. We're not gonna send you a little keychain as a Isawi. Yeah, totally not cool. Not too thrilled about that. It makes me really, 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 really hope Square Enix learned their lesson from that and never do it again. Because I was all in on this, man. I was all in on the DLCs. Now, yes, I did get the platinum. I think I did. Did I get the platinum? I think I got the platinum of the base game. I didn't get all the trophies on the DLCs, but I got the platinum on the base game. So I did mostly everything. I don't think I tackled the big 100 floor dungeon though. I don't think I did that. But anyway, so what the rumor is that Squeenix is coming out with Final Fantasy 15 like a glorified Holy Complete Edition. Now they're saying that they're reworking the DLCs into the actual game. And they're reworking the backstory anime episodes that were only watchable on YouTube into the game. And that was the other thing I really, really disliked about 15. Because, okay, we got Final Fantasy 7, ton of spin-off games, ton of lore. Because, I mean, we had Advent Children, we had Crisis Core, we had Dirge of Cerebus, You know, we had a bunch of different stuff. Now, okay, all right, I can see them, you know, expanding the universe, so to speak. But the problem with 15 was that they made a movie, and then they made an anime. And then all those were supposed to have been watched before you even touched the freaking game. Because that is supposed to set up the whole story and all the characters. No, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? That is very dumb. No, you make everything contained within the game itself. Now look, if you want to take a side character, like Vincent Valentine, and totally dive into his backstory with Dirge of Cerberus, which, by the way, Dirge of Cerberus does deserve a remaster. Dirge of Cerberus does deserve better treatment, because it's actually not that terrible of a game. Now, unfortunately, this is one of the games I lost when I legitimately lost like half of my PlayStation 2 library, because it got stolen. It got stolen by my brother-in-law's roommate, and he sold it all in order to buy a PlayStation 3. Now, this was like early, it was like 2011, 2010, 2011, somewhere in there. And yes, it's been 15 years, statute of limitations is over, I'm calling his butt out. So anyway, so yeah, I remember it wasn't that bad of a game. I played it back in college, I had a good time with it, I thought it was fun. I mean, was it an amazing first-person shooter game, third-person shooter game? No. But is Squeenix really known for making third and or first-person shooter games? No. Alright, we're going to dip down a little bit. I'm going to do another small ramp here. So yeah. So anyway, with Final Fantasy 15, they're going to also finish the other DLCs, allegedly. I don't know what that just said. So we're just going to keep going. We're just going to cruise right here at 95 today. Not going to push the pedals too hard. I still got a 3-mile run after this, so... Excuse me. So with Squeenix actually finishing the other DLCs. Not only that, actually integrating them into the game and slotting them in the places where they belong. Yes, I'm all in. When it goes on sale. No, I'm not buying that. I'm not pre-ordering that. Because I already bought the game. I already bought the DLCs. I'm not spending that much money on it. I'm not. I'm simply not. And sincerely, if Squeenix wants to make this right, they need to develop a system to where you can get a heavy, steep discount if you actually did order the second DLC pack. If you can prove that, they need to give you a discount. Because that's stupid. That's dumb. Okay, so anyway. So what we're doing today is we're going to go for 3 separate achievements here. So we're going to do one, which is... I think it was 2 achievements. So one of them is we got to get 1 more full hour of riding in, or whatever it happens to be. And then number 2, what we got to do is we got to do this climbing achievement. These are for the season pass. And yes, for those of you that do wonder, yes, this game does offer a season pass. No, I do not have the season pass because I don't need it. Basically, The only reason you get the season pass is if you are like a hardcore racer. If you are a hardcore racer, then yes, getting the season pass makes sense. Other than that, not important. Absolutely not important. But I do like to see how much experience I can gain over a particular season. You know, it's more of a self-challenge of sorts. I mean, the rewards you get are not that great. Because the only thing it locks you out of is it locks you out of the current season-only course. And then with that season-only course, there's a bunch of routes that you can complete to earn a bunch of bonus experience. So, whatever. Not that important. Do not care. I can do without it. So yes, so at the start of a new week, we're starting back into our normal stream schedule. So that means tonight, later tonight, we will be playing a Warframe. Gonna be moving on. I think we unlocked a brand new, we unlocked a new major quest line last time. So with that, we're gonna be moving on with that. Top of zone 2 for 5 minutes. Yeah, we're going to stay out of Arrow. We're going to do Arrow for those 2 5-minute blocks. Yeah, I haven't really seen too much other video game news. I mean, there was a game that I saw last week on the State of Play. It's like Anchored Memories. I don't know. It's some brand new hacky slashy hot chick game, straight out of Szechuan, China, and it's kind of like, okay. Real talk here. Is anyone else a little suspicious that China is making all these bangers? I mean, they made Wukong, which for all I understand is an amazing game. It's actually really, really, really good. Now, it'd be one thing if the game actually sucked and people were like, oh, well, yeah, the million, 2 million downloads, but like half of them were in China. It's like, do you know how many billion people are in China? There's like 2 billion people in China, allegedly. Okay? Getting 1 million of them? And there's also rumors that the CCP was allowing people to stay home from work in order to play Wukong. It's like, okay? That's kind of a... Not gonna lie, that's a little funky. So then now they're coming out with this new... And the biggest gripe that I saw people had was that it had a lack of diversity in the game. That was one of the prominent gripes that I was looking at across the board. It's just like, did you ever read Into the West? Do you know anything about Into the West? That's what the game's based on. It's based on ancient Chinese literature. Okay? Do you really know anything about China? I mean, for a while there, they had a one-child policy. So families would just murder daughters, newborn daughters, by the thousands because they wanted a male heir to the family. They have a massive population issue. They have a massive population issue because of this. Diversity is not exactly one of China's strong points. I mean, have you not seen the meme where you gotta pick the girl out of the whole crowd of Chinese people and they all look the same? It's like, yeah, China's not known for diversity. Sorry, folks. China's kind of racist. Don't really like other skin colors that much. And not only that, it's a story about a monkey. It's about a monkey defeating up other animals. I'm sorry, you're not going to get much diversity there, folks. So yeah, it's stupid. But it's hilarious. But now they got their new game that was prominently featured at State of Play. And on top of that, it was, it looks good. Combat looks great. Looks like a Platinum Games game. I mean, that's what it looks like. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they ripped off Nier Automata and just gave it a fresh coat of paint. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. But, am I the only one that's a little suspicious at this? Thinking, they install this game on everyone's device and they flip a switch and boom, they've taken over the world because of gamer dudes liking hot chicks. I don't know. I'm not saying I believe it, but in terms of like, with this 100%, this is what's going on. But at the same time, I mean, doesn't that warrant just a little bit of suspicion? So, as much as I want to pick up that game on day one, I'm not going to pick up that game on day one. We're going to let that game cook a little bit. We're gonna let it cook a little bit. Alright, so now we drop back down. I'm gonna let the hot chick game just simmer for a little bit. But I am pretty excited for Stellar Blade to come out this year. I'm definitely gonna buy that. 100%. That game deserves love for hot chicks. I mean, let's face it, dude. They picked up Nier Automata, they picked up Nikki, and they made a freaking all hot chick hot tub experience for Valentine's Day as a DLC. I mean, you can't necessarily say they're not giving fans what they want. Bunch of hot chicks doing hacky slashy stuff. I can't blame them. Alright. We got one more climb, and then we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes of, yeah, I think I'm going to need to scrape out my calves tonight. I actually tried, my brother-in-law got 2 of those Revo cups. You know, they're like cupping for, for recovery slash, it's the cupping technique for muscle recovery. So I tried one on my calf last night, and it actually worked pretty good. I should have put one, I tried to put one on my right calf, but I started it too late, and the kids were starting to get annoyed at me. They're like, it's too loud. I'm like, crap. Really wanted to try this thing. So I think I think after my run, I'll do some scraping on my right calf. See if that'll start. Smart! Smart! I see my dog poking his nose through the gate. All right, so like I said much earlier in the stream, we got Los Alamitos Race the Base next weekend. Hopefully, my new racing suit will come this week or next week. I really, really hope so. I mean, it's not like my last year's racing suit is no good. It's fine. It'll be fine. But I'd really like my new suit. So, excuse me. So, actually, I'm going to check my email real quick. Wait. Oh. All right, well, no shipping notification today. That's okay. Hopefully this week it will ship. So, yeah, so I got two races on, one's this Saturday, no, next Saturday, then the next one's the Saturday after. This Saturday we got state conference, and then my daughter's going to the temple again. And then I'm going to the temple with my wife and my parents. Gonna be doing ceilings, so that'll be good. But so the next Saturday is gonna be Los Alamitos. So basically, here's the deal. So essentially, I'm gonna blast all my energy in the run and the bike. Because basically, there's only about, well, I mean, last year I won the swim by 20 full seconds for a 200 freestyle. So, I still have a lot more I can push on the bike. But then again, my swimming is all arms. My legs are cramping basically the entire way. But I only have 4 lengths of a 50-meter pool. So it's, and literally, it only takes me about less than 2.5 minutes to do the swim. So the way I do Los Alamitos is I blitz. So I go pretty hard on the run, and then I go really hard on the bike. So basically, I'm hoping my newfound, my improved bike fitness will do me good. So essentially, I'm going to be looking to try and hold sub 745 miles on the run. And then on the bike, we're going to be shooting, I'm going to be shooting for about 22 miles an hour. Because it's completely flat for the whole ride. Alright. Got 2 5 minutes at zone 4. So yeah, so we're gonna go, I'm gonna try and negative split the bike. I'm gonna really try to negative split the bike. So then if I negative split the bike, I'll be sitting pretty good. If I'm close to the front of the pack, I can make up a crap load of ground. I'm trying to make top 10 this year. I was top 15 last year, I think. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think I was about top 15 or top 20. I want to try and make top 10. Knowing I'm going to win it, my run and bike are not fast enough. And this, I don't have enough, there's not enough room, not enough runway on the swim to chase people down. If it was a true 500, oh, I could potentially win it. There is a chance that I could win it if I had a full 500, but I don't. So I make up a lot of ground and I pass a lot of people in the pool, but I can't. So the two things I'm going to do this year is, number one, we're going to go extra sodium on the run. Take my running water bottle with me. So we're going to try and go extra sodium on the run, so then I don't. And then I'm going to put I'm going to take 2 extra sodium tablets. So hopefully that will stave off the cramping that I typically endure during the swim. Oh, and I'm also getting a brand new helmet too. All right, we got coming up on 1 minute left here. All right, so we got one more 5-minute block after this zone 2 rest period. All right, back off the pressure. All right. All right, one more big 5-minute block there. All right, so that was basically 350 meters of climbing. Not gonna lie, I do wish I kind of had a treadmill in here. I used to have a treadmill. It's right where my my weight rack is. All right, 3 minutes right here. Oh, dude, I'm gonna smell so gnarly after I'm done here. All right. We are in the frozen tundra. So okay, so yeah, so that's the strategy for Los Alamitos. Then the Saturday after is Bayshore. Now I have a history with Bayshore. I need some redemption this year from Bayshore of last year. Basically, I was first out of the water, got to the bike, and then I was second out of transition. So I started barreling down the beach on the bike path on the beach. So I got to where the turnaround should have been, and there was no indication, so I kept going like an idiot. So, yeah, I wound up going like at least a mile plus off course. So, of course, I had to go a mile plus back. Yeah, so that put me in a huge hole, a gigantic hole. And I basically overbiked it, trying to climb myself back out of that hole. Because, by golly, I was doing good. I was doing real good. So my number one thing is, do not botch the turnaround. And then basically negative split the run. Like, I'm going to start at 8 on the run. I'm going to start at 8 flat, and then I'm going to try and negative split it down. So 8, 750, 745 on the last mile. That's going to be my goal. If I can pull that off, that's a different story. But I have a distinct possibility of being top 3 this year. There's a possibility. All right, 5 more minutes. Yeah, because with Bayshore, it kind of seems like almost every other year there's one guy that's really good at swimming. Last year, not so much. All right, halfway through this final 5 minutes at zone 4. So remember, if you like what you see here, hit that follow button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. Subscriptions are available on Twitch and Rumble. If you want to help fund my journey, be greatly appreciated. So remember, if you subscribe on Twitch, you get an ad-free experience. All right. Continuing up the hills, we're at 16 kilometers, 400 meters of climbing, 500 calories burned. Seconds left. Five. And done. All right. Ready for tomorrow. Oh yeah, baby. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. All right. Taking it nice and easy up the frozen tundra. The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. where two teams square off in football contact. I'm actually not a football fan. I know, it's shocking. I'm not a big football fan. Never have been. Never cared. Because truth be told, I saw a lot of football players as wusses. It's like, throw a bunch of football players in the pool and see if they can hack it. Well, you get on the offensive line, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, do I look like I'm built for the offensive line? We're talking about aerobic capacity. We're talking about strength capacity here. You chuck them in a pool, say, okay, swim 8,000 yards in 2 hours. We'll see what happens. Swimming were any easier, we'd call it football. Yeah. No, what was funny was, so I wound up being athlete of the year my senior year of high school as voted by the faculty, and I was male athlete of the year of the entire valley. I was all valley athlete of the year my senior year of high school. You know, it's like, and then the guy in my school that got voted as athlete of the year, well, granted, I was an All-American. I actually was All-American. I was 64th in the nation in 100 backstroke and 200 freestyle. I still don't know how I was 64th in both events, but that's just how it happened. I have the lists. The lists I can confirm with the All-American list of those 2 years. But yeah, the guy who was athlete of the year. Now he's no slouch. He's a pretty good athlete. But he did 3 sports, and he wasn't necessarily amazing at any of those 3 sports. Those two events, the 100 backstroke and the 200 freestyle, my records are still there at the high school. 23 years later. So it's like, yeah, I was really athlete of the year, guys. You kind of blew it. None of you got it. You knew the guy's name. You didn't really know my name. There were guys on the football team that came up to me after I won CIF. They're like, dude, did you win CIF? I was like, yeah. I won CIF. They're like, man, dude, that's awesome. Dude, good job. That's fantastic. Dude, I couldn't have done that. Which, truth be told, my senior year, I did get a bit lucky, though, in terms of the fates aligning. Where, so I tell this story fairly often, but I used to swim against the guy that almost beat Michael Phelps in the iconic 100 butterfly race in the Athens Olympics. Milorad Kavich. We knew him as Michael Kavik. He's from Irvine. He wound up swimming for some Eastern European country. And he went toe-to-toe with Michael Phelps and almost beat him in the Olympics. Yeah, I swam against that guy all the time. He was in my division. He beat the crap out of me the year before. He totally trounced me by like 3 seconds in the 100 backstroke. But the only reason that I won was because his school got bumped down to Division 3 my senior year. So Aaron Pearsall won Division 1, and he already won the silver medal in the Sydney Games at that point. I won Division 2 in CIF Southern Section, and then Michael Kavik was 3rd. He won Division 3. So yeah, I got pretty lucky that I didn't have to swim either of those guys. They would have destroyed me. Oh yeah, no, I would have not, no. They would have beaten me. Aaron Pearsall would have beaten me by at least probably about 4 to 5 seconds. Michael Cavill would have beaten me by at least 2 to 3 seconds. Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you wouldn't mind getting the collar. Yeah, I just finished the workout right now, so I'm gonna change. Yeah. All right. I love the fact my wife just used the term brick. She's learning. Tack that on next time. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. How many points do I have? Oh, looks like I need to finish that up, so I need to get 32,000. Let me double check. Alright, we don't have any more to play today. Alright, well that's going to be it for me today, or for right now. So, like I said, I am going to be throwing my running shorts on and taking my dog for a run. So, yeah. So if you like what you see here, hit the follow button, hit the like button, join the Discord, link in the description down below. Join the Frito Bandito Taqueria after party and find out all of the information regarding this stream. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Check back in later tonight, somewhere about 4-ish hours after this. And we'll be playing Warframe tonight. So I hope to see you then. So until later, my friends, good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are. I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.